Hey guys, welcome to this live session by Intellipaat. My name is Ram and I'll be the one taking this live session. So guys, this live session basically will be talking about all the Python developer skills. So if you're a person who's a fresher or you're looking to change domains into becoming a Python developer, then guys, this video is especially for you. You'll be basically learning all the different skills a Python developer needs to become an amazing Python developer. Right? So before we get started guys, make sure to subscribe and hit the bell icon so that you don't miss out on any of our future updates or any live sessions that we are putting up. Alright, so guys, let's get started with the agenda. So in this session guys, I'll be basically covering all of these different things. So first we'll be talking about the Python developer roles or the domains in which Python can be used, and then we'll talk about the skills that are necessary for the Python developer, and then we'll talk about the job trends, basically talking about the salary you may be able to earn, and finally we will conclude by discussing the further learning paths. So once you've seen all the skills you need, you'll be needing to acquire those skills, right? And in the end, I'll be basically discussing how you can acquire those skills by using all the learning resources, right? So let's get started with Python developer roles or your domains. So now we know that Python is a very useful language. It's a general purpose language which can be used in multiple different fields because it has such, so many different libraries. It has so many different frameworks that allow us to do so. Now let's discuss all these different domains. We have software development, that is your basic developing the software that people can use, and then web development, that is creating a website. And then you have data science, and you guys know what data science is, basically taking in data and analyzing it, finding patterns and insights in it. And then machine learning, training bots so that they can perform prediction and analysis. And then you have deep learning, right? So we have all these different domains in which a Python developer can work in. Now, under these domains, you have many different roles and different fields itself. These domains themselves are very vast. In your software development itself, you'll have different things like normal software development and automation testing. In data science, you'll have data analytics and all those specific roles relating to data science. And even in machine learning and deep learning, you'll have different roles and domain fields. So guys, we can see here that Python is a very useful language because it can be used in all of these different domains, and you cannot say the same for other languages. If we compare it to C++, we see that C++ is majorly used for development of software rather than for data science. Even though you can make use of it by using special libraries, people don't use it that much. Python is used way more in this particular field, and it is very easy to learn and get into also. It has a very gentle learning curve. That's why people get into it. So guys, we know all these different domains. Now let's get into the skills that you guys will require, right, to get into these different domains. So that's the next thing, skills necessary for a Python developer. So first, let's talk about the technical skills. There'll be non-technical skills also. So in technical skills, we have the fundamentals. So guys, just keep this in mind that fundamentals are important for all of these different domains. Doesn't matter what you're going to be doing, fundamentals are very important. So we have, variables and data types. You have functions and methods, loops, iterators, data structures, OOPs, that is object-oriented programming, and then you have algorithms like your searching algorithms and sorting algorithms. Now guys, remember all of these fundamentals are very important to develop your Python core. You need to know this to work with Python. That's why it's important for every domain. So keep this in mind, the fundamentals. So whenever you're thinking of Python skills for a particular developer, type of developer, it is fundamentals plus the skills required for that particular developer. Okay, so now let's move on to the more specific ones. Like we have web development. So what are the different skills you require to become good in web development or a Python web developer, right? So the skills are like Python. You need to know Python frameworks like Django or Flask for your backend. You'll need to know HTML, CSS, JavaScript for your front end. Then you need to know system design like your MVT and MCT. MVT is your model view template. It is a software design pattern, and your MCT is model view controller. Now it is a software design pattern for developing web applications. So you guys can see all these are some different system and software design patterns. Then the REST API. Now REST API is basically a RESTful API is an application program interface that uses HTTP requests to use functions such as get, put, post, and delete. Now you might be wondering what an API is. So basically an API is your application program interface. It is basically used for applications for talking to each other. You guys will get to know more about it once you get into it, right? And then you have your ORM. Now ORM is your object relational mapper. Now it is used as a programming technique for converting data between incompatible type systems using object oriented programming languages. All right, so if this feels a lot, don't worry guys, it's all right, but just understand that these are the things that you will need to know to get into the whole web development aspect, right? So now let's move on to data science. So there are a lot of you who don't want to get into the Python software development and web development, but you want to rather get into data science. So here are the skills you will need. You need to know good math fundamentals. You need to know at least 12th grade basic math fundamentals. You need to know how math works on the basic levels. Then you need to know statistics. Now statistics, you need to know how to work with statistics at a good level also, because statistics will be used a lot in data science. Then you need to know about the data processing and how you can do data mining. Then data analysis, how to perform analysis on incoming data. And SQL. Now obviously SQL is important over here because SQL will be used to query the data. So as a data scientist, your job will not be only to understand data, you will have to take the data out, right? So where do you take the data out? You take it out from databases, and to manage data in those databases you will require SQL. And finally, data visualization. Now for a data scientist, it is very important to visualize the data or the insights you have gathered from analyzing the data, and this visualization will help you to get better information and present it to other people in a much more appealing and understandable way. So that's why you need all of these different skills to become a data scientist using Python. Okay, so now let's talk about machine learning. So in machine learning, you'll need to know all the machine learning algorithms and libraries that are used in machine learning. Then you'll need to know probability, how to work with probability. Then again, statistics. So these probability and statistics can be your school level, or since you'll be getting a lot deep into it, it definitely has to be more college level. And then you'll have TensorFlow, how to work with TensorFlow, and scikit-learn. So this is again a library used in Python for machine learning purpose. So you need to know all of these different things, and also finally you'll need to know neural networks also in machine learning. So you need to know all of these different things to become a machine learning Python developer. And finally, we get deep learning. So in deep learning, you need to know advanced neural network architecture, because that is definitely important to know, as you'll be dealing with neural networks in a large amount, in a more advanced way when you're working with deep learning. Then you need to know about language processing, video processing, audio processing, or you need to be making deep learning models with Keras. Now again guys, when I talk about language processing, video processing, audio processing, it's up to you where you'll be specializing in, but you need to know basics about each of these even a little bit. So guys, these are the different skills you'll need for becoming a Python deep learning developer or a Python deep learning scientist. So guys, these are the different skills you would be required, or at least technical skills that are necessary for a Python developer in different fields. So remember, we saw all of these different domains and the skills in these domains, but it is important to have fundamentals with all of this. So if you're going for deep learning, then you need to know the fundamentals and deep learning. If you're going for web development, then you need to know fundamentals and web development. If you're going for data science, then you need to know the fundamentals and data science, right? So these are the technical skills. Now let's move on to the non-technical skills. So in non-technical skills, we have excellent communication skills. Now this is important for any role out there. You need to have excellent communication skills, so you can talk to people and convey your ideas in a much more understandable way, so that there is no miscommunication and the product that is being developed is of very high quality without any errors. Then critical thinking. Obviously, you need to have critical thinking. You need to think outside the box. You need to solve a problem in the most efficient manner as possible, right? And organizational skills. So this is basically, you won't be working alone. You'll be working in a teams. You need to learn organizational skills and organize all of your things properly. That is a subset of it, but again, organization skills is majorly about interacting with people and making sure that you give your components that you worked on to the other person, or whatever thing you've made, you give it to the other person. It all comes in organization skills. This is like team synergy, basically teamwork. Then you have business knowledge. You definitely need to have some kind of business knowledge on what you're working. If you're working in a food delivery app company, you need to know about the business model to be able to make a very good software. Or if you're working in a textile industry, then you need to know about the textile industry and what your company does. You need to have that business acumen to work, right? And then finally, guys, presentation. So you need to have good presentation skills, especially if you want to go into managerial side after you work for a developer for some time. Then you need to have very good presentation, because you will be presenting demos of software that you've made. You'll be presenting new ideas, new concepts. You'll be coming up with proposals that you want to show your bosses, and that's why you need to have good presentation skills, right? So guys, these are the non-technical skills. We saw the technical skills, and these are the non-technical skills. So guys, that was it for all the skills. Now we will move on to the job trends. So how much salary will you be able to earn? So as you can see, for a junior Python developer, you'll be able to earn around $94,000 in America. And in India, the salary will start around 6 lakhs per annum. Again, these are very average numbers. It depends from company to company and how much an employer evaluates you at. And a senior Python developer can earn $125,000 on average, and an Indian senior Python developer can earn 16 lakhs per annum. Right? So guys, these are the different salaries, and you can see how much they are. Imagine $100,000, not even $100,000, it's $125,000. That is a very large amount, and you can live a very happy and satisfactory life. Even in India, 6 lakhs per annum is a pretty good amount for a junior developer. And as you become a senior developer, you'll be earning 16 lakhs per annum. And that is a very good amount to be, earning in India. So guys, that were the job trends, the salary you may be earning. And finally, we'll go to learning path. Now you guys have seen all the different skills. So if you're interested in acquiring those skills, we'll go through these learning path. We'll discuss the different things you can do to acquire these skills. So obviously there is the great internet that is made. Internet is the best resource for you. You can Google anything you want. But if you want to go ahead and check out professionally made videos from people who have had years of experience in each of these technologies, please make sure to check out our YouTube channel. That's Intellipaat channel on YouTube, and you can check out many different videos. We put out a lot of free courses on our YouTube channel itself. So you can have a Python free course, you can have a data science free course, and you have machine learning, you have deep learning. We have videos on all of these. Okay, we have very long videos, like 3-4 hours and even 11-hour videos. Then we have Intellipaat blogs, and finally we have courses. So guys, we are an e-learning company. We are an educational institute that provides courses with certifications. So you can head to intellipaat.com and type in whatever you want. If you want to look up Python, you will see all these results. You'll see Python Django training and certification. You'll see NLP training, that is basically natural language processing using Python, then Python for data science, and then Python certification training, that is just Python. So guys can see that we provide so many different courses on Python. We have different domains. We have your front end and web end with your Python Django training. Then you have NLP, you'll be learning about deep learning, that is your natural language processing, and then Python with data science, and then just Python. Again, you guys will get certification with all of these different courses, and certifications definitely help when you're getting a job. And you have two choices in each of these courses. You can have self-paced videos, that basically you watching videos, or you can join online instructor-led classes where you will be taught by professionals who have had years of experience in those particular fields. So if you are taking up NLP training, then you'll be taught by people who have had years of experience in using NLP for themselves in their companies, and they'll be teaching you and answering any doubts you have. So guys, these are the certification courses we provide. But if you guys are little on the fence of whether you should take a certification or not from us, then you should head out to intellipaat.com/academy. So guys, this is a initiative that we have come up for the current situation. I know we are going through a bad time, and a lot of people are losing jobs. So it's a very good time for you to upskill right now. And we have provided this resource, that is intellipaat.com/academy, as a free certification of sort. You can see free courses that we provide over here. We have many free courses, but the one I will tell you guys to take is either Python Foundation or Python for Data Science Foundation or MS SQL. Now these are the ones that are more relational to what we did today in our session. That's why I recommend you guys to take it out, go and check these courses out, because you'll basically be getting a teaspoon of idea of what our courses are going to be like. Okay, so guys, that was it for this lecture. I hope you guys understood everything I taught to you, and I'm gonna leave you with this YouTube coupon code. Now we provide this coupon code that is YouTube 30, which will give you flat 30% off on all our courses if you decide to take them. Okay guys, my name is Ram and I'll be signing off, and I'll see you guys in the next lecture. I'll leave you with these contact details.